Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Yana. This is The Scented, and mostly we talk about fragrances. Sometimes we do a little bit of beauty, a little bit of lifestyle. So if that's your thing, then head on down to the subscribe button and click it and become a friend of the show. Today I am doing my first haul of 2021, my first fragrance haul. I have two big boxes here from fragrancebuy.ca. Here they both are. They're full of fragrances. There are so many fragrances in here. I bought a lot. Some of these were sent to me, some of these I did purchase, and I'm gonna go through each one. I'll tell you guys what it smells like. I've worn most of these at least once on the skin, so I've given it a spray on the skin, so I have a pretty good idea of how they smell, how they develop, and so let's just get right into my first fragrance haul of 2021. In the first box, I have a whole bunch of Mancera fragrances. Here they all are. These ones I did buy with my own money, and this was purchased when they were having, I believe, their Cyber Monday sale or the Boxing Day sale. I can't remember which one, but all of these were $59 and it was a special. They are 60 ml bottles, so I thought it would be a great opportunity to try some Manceras, and they were all total blind buys, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, there are a few fails in here. A few huge fails, so stay tuned because I'm going to let you know which ones they are and which ones to stay away from. I still have them in their packaging, but I have opened them and worn all of these. So the first one is Wild Python. So they do come very nicely packaged in this little pouch, and the fragrance is inside. Are you going to join us? Thanks. Can you lie down? Bernie decided to join us. He's also a big fragrance fan, and my bigger one, Yukon, he's lazy and doesn't want to jump all the way up on the bed, so he's just meandering around. You can do it, come on. Anyway, this is what the bottle looks like. This is the 60 ml bottle, and this is a screw-on cap. Whatever, the packaging's okay. I'm not going to comment on the packaging because it really doesn't matter. I only really care what it smells like. This is a very sweet tuberose fragrance with some peachy accords, osmanthus, and there is a synthetic note in here that I find common with all Mancera fragrances that I've noticed so far, and there is an underlying bitter, almost green smell. It's quite bitter, it's quite synthetic, and it's not my favorite. If not for that bitter synthetic note, I would like this fragrance. It is a little bit on the immature side. It's not the most refined, but it's a playful, sweet tuberose fragrance with peach. It's a little bit musky, a little bit vanillic, but all in all, a sweet, playful fragrance. And so this one's okay, but I would not repurchase it. I'm gonna wear it a little bit more, and I may not end up holding on to it. But if you're a fan of sweet bubblegummy tuberose and you enjoy peach, then this one is worth checking out. The next one I have here is called Sicily. They're all 60 ml bottles. And so here it is. This one I have not worn on the skin. I've only sprayed it on paper. So I've yet to wear this on the skin, but when I did spray it on paper before, I really enjoyed it. And this one, I actually don't get as much of that synthetic note. It's a really nice, bright citrus fragrance. I personally am not a huge fan of citrus fragrances, but this one is very bright and very happy, and I actually really enjoyed it when I smelled it on paper. It almost smells like orange rind, like if you just take the rind of an orange and you squeeze it and the sprays come out. That's kind of what it smells like at first sniff. Yeah, very fruity and bright, really enjoyable. I can't wait to wear this in the summer. I think this is totally unisex, and I'm really looking forward to wearing this one on the skin. Right now it's super cold here in Canada. It's too cold. It's too cold for citrus. But once it starts to warm up, I am really excited to give this one a try on the skin. The next one is Precious Oud. Precious Oud I was not sure about because I heard some mixed reviews. It is supposed to be a gourmand oud. It's supposed to be quite sweet from what I had read. So I'm not a huge gourmand lover, so I was a little bit on the fence, but I am a huge oud lover. So it balanced things out, and I decided I was gonna go for it. So this fragrance has a lot of interesting notes. It has whiskey, oud, leather, it has tiramisu, which I love tiramisu. Lots of different florals, vanilla, so I thought it would be like a little bit chocolatey coffee oud. And it kind of is. It kind of is that. I don't really pick up the whiskey. I wore this on the skin one day, and I will say the first burst of this fragrance was pretty like barnyardy oud, which I didn't really enjoy the first 20 minutes or so, but once it settled and the florals came out and the sweet notes came out, I actually really enjoyed this one. And this one as well, I didn't get that irritating synthetic bitterness that I find in a lot of the other Manceras. So this one's very enjoyable. I do find this one masculine leaning despite the fact that it is quite sweet, but I think that it is a really nice oud fragrance. I think that it's a great one for the price, and if you're just getting started in oud, this one is definitely worth checking out. Actually, the next one I quite enjoy, and it's Velvet Vanilla. So here's the bottle. I love the colors. It looks tutti fruity, and it actually kind of smells tutti fruity to me. It is a really yummy like bubblegum smell. Like this is straight up like bubblegummy to me, like Hubba Bubba bubbles, and it's really nice. It's really cute, like cute and playful. I think that this would be a great niche fragrance for teens or people that are just starting to get into niche. This one would be excellent if you like a sweet fragrance. It is yummy. It's very, very yummy. I do enjoy it. I actually think that this is probably my favorite one of the bunch that I purchased from Mancera. This is probably on first place. On second place would be Sicily. Then I would say Precious Oud, then Wild Python, and last is the one that we're getting to. Now, the one that was a total fail, Instant Crush. This is actually so bad. I cannot with this fragrance, unfortunately. So the bottle is really nice. I purchased this because, of course, the comparisons to Baccarat Rouge. I was curious to try it because I heard it was a little bit more masculine, and it's relatively affordable, and I thought, okay, well, maybe I can compare all of the smell-alikes and maybe do a video of it. But this one honestly does not smell like Baccarat Rouge to me at all. At all. No. It has the saffron and it has the woodiness, but it has a very, very harsh synthetic accord that does smell masculine, so I can see why people say that this is masculine leaning. I could not get this off of my jacket. I had worn it a couple of times and the fragrance from my skin transferred onto my jacket, and I could not get it off, and it was very irritating, and it actually was really nauseating to me, and it gave me a headache as well. So this one I will definitely be getting rid of. I don't recommend it to anyone, guys. Honestly, if you think that this smells like Baccarat Rouge and you're going to buy it, just don't. Go for really any other Baccarat Rouge smell alike, but this one, in my opinion, does not deserve any of the hype. I would not like to smell this on a man. I would not like to smell it on myself. I would not like it on a train or on a plane or anywhere. This is like a total fail. I dislike it so much that it makes me do Dr. Seuss rhymes. That is how much I dislike it. But let's move on to bigger and better things, and it's everything in the second box. Literally everything in the second box. So another one that I had purchased is a really special one, and I was super excited about this one. You guys will never guess what's in here. This is Cruel Gardenia from Guerlain. This is from their L'art et la Matiere collection, and so the same collection as the very popular Angélique Noire, Tonka Impériale, and the like. They also have Cruel Gardenia, which I hadn't heard a lot about, and what a stunner. What a stunning, beautiful, elegant, musky, clean, powdery fragrance this is. Like, this is the epitome of just clean, crisp elegance. I cannot get enough of this. I really love musk. I love gardenia, so this was a no-brainer for me. And this was a tester bottle, and you guys, you absolutely need to keep your eyes peeled because fragrancebuy.ca has some incredible gems once in a while. And I'm pretty sure this was the only bottle. So I hit the jackpot on this one because after I purchased it, I saw no more bottles left. So either somebody purchased another one at the same time or I got the last one. And I think I ended up paying around 200 or so for it, which was well worth it. This has this clean musk that is the one that I find in the Narciso Essence in the silver bottle that I have. It's a similar musk. It's a very powdery, clean, white musk. There's some vanilla facets and woodiness as well. This dries down to the most beautiful creamy gardenia scent. I've worn this a couple times, and in fact, I just got out of the shower and I don't have a fragrance on, so I think I'm just gonna wear it right now. For anybody who loves powdery fragrances, who likes clean, musky fragrances, this is like a must try, really. It is so beautiful and it is so underrated. I hadn't heard of anybody mention this fragrance or hype it before, and it really deserves it. So guys, if you see Cruel Gardenia, definitely check it out. That being said, the name is very unfitting to the fragrance because it is not cruel. It is soft and gentle and very friendly and nice. It is not cruel at all. The next fragrance I have here is Givenchy Pi Extreme. This one I was really curious to try because of how much I love the original Pi. And this one, from what I smelled, and I've only smelled it on paper, it smells like a leathery vanilla. It is really like an extreme version of Pi. It doesn't have the almond, it doesn't have the herbaceous opening. It's a lot more leathery and it's nice, but I do still prefer the original Pi over this one, but it's a great way to mix it up, and I wonder how they would layer. That would be very interesting. And this was super affordable as well. This is $70. This was sent to me, but the list price on it was $70. So yeah, it's I'm pretty sure quite a rare find, so this is really nice to have. The next one I have here is Montale Ristretto Intense Cafe. I wanted the Ristretto because I wanted more of a coffee note. I have been on the hunt for a good coffee note for quite some time now. And this is my first ever Montale fragrance. So this little dingle dangle here is okay. I don't hate it. I think it's cute, but it is a little bit noisy and a little bit distracting. But the bottle is very light. I don't hate these bottles. I know a lot of people dislike the metal tin can kind of bottles. I actually don't hate it. They're very lightweight, which I enjoy. And this fragrance I actually wore just the other day to work, and it was the perfect fragrance to wear on a really cold day. It opens up with a burst of concentrated espresso, which is exactly what a ristretto is. A ristretto, as you guys know, is a short shot of concentrated espresso. And that's what this is. And unfortunately, it is a very short shot of it because it only lasts about half an hour until it starts to kind of, oh my God, this is so good. It's almost chocolatey. It's almost chocolatey and caramel. I know I'm like jumping all over the place here, but I can't, I wish this opening would last longer. It's delectable. It is absolutely delectable. It's like an espresso caramel candy, like an espresso caramel chocolate candy. It's so good. As it dries down, more of the rose comes out, whereas in the opening I cannot smell the rose at all. It is really about that coffee. Then the rose comes out, and the dry down from memory is very similar to the original Intense Cafe. I did find it very long lasting. It did last me pretty much all day, like 8-9 hours. I was still smelling it. I don't smell the weird synthetic note in this Montale. I know Mancera and Montale are sister companies, but I strongly prefer Montale just based on this one fragrance that I've tried. The Manceras are really most of them don't work for me. I've had a few now, and Montale seems to be a lot more enjoyable to my nose. So I'm really excited to get a few more Montales in the future, and the Ristretto Intense Cafe is for those that really enjoy a nice strong coffee note, like a strong concentrated espresso. Fragrance Buy did actually send me the original Intense Cafe so that I could do a comparison, so I'm very thankful for that. So I will be doing a video in future comparing the original Intense Cafe and the Ristretto, but I need to wear them both thoroughly before I can do that. Okay, we're getting to the last few. This one is a very special gem, and it is the Taste of Fragrance Alien. So this is the Salted Caramel Butter Alien. The Salted Caramel Butter Alien. Like, does it get any better than this? I don't think so. This fragrance is really special. For anybody who likes the Alien Essence Absolue, this one is like it, but sweeter, less woody, less antique-y, and more like of that yummy, mouth-watering caramel, salty caramel. Yum. It is so good. That jasmine, that Alien-esque jasmine is still there. I know that Fragrance Buy is currently sold out of this one, so I am sorry to taunt you guys, but this is just to let you guys know to keep your eyes peeled and keep checking back, because they constantly have incredible gems like this Alien. I've seen Alien Essence Absolue there. They have the vintage Alien Aqua Chic. As of now, as far as I know, they still have the vintage Alien Aqua Chic, and it isn't even that expensive. I think it's like 60 or 70 bucks. They have a lot of amazing Alien flankers, so if you guys haven't checked them out, definitely go and have a quick peek at what they have. And they constantly have flankers pop up. So if you see ones that are sold out, you can just get on the notify me list, and I've done that a bunch of times, and as soon as it's back in stock, they send me an email, I click it, I buy it, and I have it. And yeah, so don't worry if something that you guys like is out of stock. It is very likely at some point to come back in stock, so just get on that notify me list. And yeah, this one is just, it is so special. So I'm really thankful to have been able to get my hands on it. I have been actually on the hunt for this for years. Not 4 years, for many years. I will say as well, if you guys haven't shopped with Fragrance Buy before, I have a $5 coupon code in my description. So if you use that link, it gives you $5 off, and it gets me referral points. And yeah, so if you guys haven't shopped with them, I don't think you can use it if you have shopped with them, but it is there for you guys, so just so you know. We're down to the last two. Banana Republic Dark Cherry and Amber. I've been really wanting to try this one, and I also want to try the Tobacco and Tonka one, the one in the purple bottle. I love this like deep cherry red. I think it's so beautiful, and I wore it just the other day, which I think was yesterday actually. It's very good. It is very good. I love the opening of this fragrance. The opening of this fragrance is like a delicious creamy cherry. It's not too sweet, it's not too sour, it's creamy. It's almost like a whipped cream cherry. There's a lot of like warm facets to this. Like, this is a very warm fragrance, and it's creamy. It's creamy and sweet in the way that there's a creamy sweetness in Bal d'Afrique from Byredo. I had sprayed this on my skin yesterday, and I was like, there's something very reminiscent here of something that's familiar to me. And it made me think of Bal d'Afrique, other than the cherry note. Like, if you don't think about the cherry note, there's something in the supporting notes that has this like sweet creaminess, if you know what I mean. And I think that maybe it's the combination of the amber and cedar, maybe that particular amber note that's used in both fragrances, because those look like the common denominator between the two. However, that doesn't last very long, and probably about an hour and a half in, it actually turns into something similar, vaguely, ever so vaguely, to Baccarat Rouge, but much more synthetic. Much more synthetic. So if the opening of this lasted longer, I would definitely like repurchase this over and over, because I love that cherry note and that sweet creaminess. but the dry down of this I don't really enjoy. It's reminiscent of Baccarat Rouge, but it's a very, very synthetic version of it, and since I already own Baccarat Rouge and love it, I would just rather wear that. But it is still good and I will still wear it, so it's a good one. I hope this gave you an idea of what it smells like. And the next fragrance is from Nina Ricci, and it is L'Extase Rose Absolue. This one I really wanted to get a full bottle of because I know that it's been compared to Maison Francis Kurkdjian Oud Satin Mood. Oud Satin Mood, as you guys know, is one of my absolute favorite fragrances. And this bottle does kind of remind me of it in the sense that it's a very dark bottle with a gold cap and a dark juice, as it seems. And out of the cap, it does smell a little bit like Oud Satin Mood. It smells a little bit more like powdery and maybe a little bit more vanillic. I had it sprayed on my skin earlier, but I'll give it a spray on the paper right now. On skin, at first sniff, kind of saw the similarity to Oud Satin Mood. Yes, there's a similarity, but this one smells a little bit boozier, just a little bit boozier. It's a very beautiful rose with vanilla. There's no oud note in here. There's no oud note. It's more of like a sweet, powdery, jammy rose, a little bit peppery, a little tiny bit boozy. Very interesting, very beautiful, and I think that it's also Francis Kurkdjian that is the nose behind this fragrance. Okay, I did a quick fact check. It is Francis behind this fragrance, so you can expect some similarities. I will do a side-by-side comparison of the two later in a bougie versus budget video, but for now, first impressions, yes, it does bear a similarity. I feel like this is more of a casual version of it, more of like an everyday version where Oud Satin Mood is super glam, like dressed to the nines, all out fragrance. This one I feel like could be worn on a daily basis casually, especially in the winter time. So I'm really happy with this one so far. Okay, the very last one that I have here is from Azzaro, and this is called Mademoiselle L'eau très florale. I had never heard of this fragrance, and they just happened to send it to me just as a gift. I wasn't even expecting to receive this in my haul. So a big thank you to Fragrance Buy for throwing this little guy in for me, and I didn't know what to expect. I like the little green bottle and the little gray bow tie. It is a very, very cute bottle. When I sprayed this, it reminded me of something. It reminded me of something very familiar. It's very bright and juicy and green, but not like a grass green, not in the sense of like fresh cut grass, just bright green, like springtime. And what it reminded me of, I later realized, is my Gucci Envy Me body wash, specifically the body wash. This has a little bit of this like soapy shampoo-y facet, and I really like how it smells. I really like it. It's a little bit synthetic-y. I'll be honest, it is not like a super refined, high-end fragrance, but it's a nice, freshy, it's really clean, crisp, and bright and fun. So I actually do really like this, and I'm probably gonna wear it in the spring and summer. I think it's very cute. And I have one more sample in here, and this is from Xerjoff, and it's called Rich Wood. The great thing about Fragrance Buy that I noticed they've been doing a lot lately is they include some really high value samples with orders. They always send really, really good samples, really high-end niche. I've received some from Nichane, I've received some from Parfums de Marly and Xerjoff, and yeah, they have a great selection of samples that they include with your orders. So I actually haven't smelled this one before. I have no idea what to expect. There is a sort of dry woodiness that kind of reminds me of oud wood a little bit, that sort of dry woodiness. A little bit medicinal almost. I like it a lot. I think it's very masculine. I smell like a dry woodiness that kind of reminds me of oud wood, but also like a patchouli similar to Prada Amber, kind of similar to that. But this is more pleasant than Prada Amber. Definitely like a woody patchouli fragrance. I don't really get any other, like, I don't get citrus, I don't get fruit, just off the bat, just on first spray on paper, first impression ever. I'm just getting like a woody patchouli scent. So it is quite nice. It is quite masculine. Also maybe a little bit leathery. Maybe a little bit leathery smelling as well. A really great masculine scent. It does smell very expensive. So that one would be cool to smell on a guy for sure. Anyway, I will have to play with that one. So that is my first fragrance haul of 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and head on down to that subscribe button and give it a click, and that way you guys will never miss a video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.